Hey, this is Russell back again with today's episode. And yeah, last time we left off, we had just researched the whole. What was it? We researched the stuff for industrialization. This time around, we are about to pop off architecture, and we are going to be building these factories, which are actually pretty close to being done, some of them. And once we build these factories, we should be able to, well, get our ideology. I'll discuss what ideology we go for and why we went for it when it happens. I remember what we went for, and it's pretty important. It's actually going to play a bit of importance in the late game, and you'll see that, of course, in the late game. I don't want to spoil too much, but I do want to tell you what my kind of vision is for the late game at this point, as soon as I choose the ideology, because that's an important discussion to have. But yeah, we finished that. We're going for scientific theory. Not that we need to build public schools everywhere yet, because we are ahead. We probably want to prioritize some of our other buildings first, like the factories and stuff like that, to make sure that we can build everything quickly. National College is almost done. And we got Big Ben last episode because we got the great engineer, and then we busted it right away. Big Ben is, of course, the wonder that you can get from going commerce, and we are making a lot of more money now, right now. So, that's looking good for us. We got 5,700, and that's going to be able to get us a pretty sizable sphere of influence from city-states. We're going to be able to purchase some buildings if we wanted to. Of course, we queue up the Taj Mahal here next for Constantinople. That's a pretty important building to get. They're bombarding these dudes, and we're building improvements. We're almost done improving the area around Laodicea. And Jerusalem is going to be something we should build a road to, because, after we build a road to it, then we can keep building a road past it if we wanted it to go anywhere else down south. It's going to kind of work kind of as a place we can pass through. And maybe we may want to conquer it eventually. We'll see. I don't remember if I conquer it or not. It is a good city. Got windmills we're queuing up. More windmills, maybe. No, market. That's a much smarter choice, yeah. Windmill there. We just built a factory there, so we're very close to now. I don't remember if we need 2 more factories or 1 more factory. It's 3 factories total to get your ideology, but I'm pretty sure we aren't at 3 factories yet. And let's see. Tikal is a Mayan city. And then the city in between Tikal and the Mayan capital, I believe, was taken over by the Assyrians. Yeah. Or no, I think Tikal is the Mayan capital. I don't remember already, actually. I'm blanking out, sorry. I don't remember. Just so you... The Mayans are replacing the Babylonians because I don't have the DLC for that. The Babylonians, I mean. Probably should have gotten it just because it would have made the game a little bit more immersive, but maybe I'll get it one day. Oh, it looks like I did finish all the factories. So there we go. I'm looking at which ones I can get. And the question that you always want to ask yourself when choosing an ideology is, what will help me win the game? And it's very easy to be tempted by, say, something like order, because you just get so many bonuses for like all of your cities, and order, it can be a very good overall pick, but it's not always the most expedient way of getting a victory. Sometimes if you have other things going for you, like I do this game, then it might be worth going freedom or autocracy. I consider autocracy briefly, but I don't go for it. And I go for freedom. Again, because we have a certain goal in mind. My goal, at least at this point in the game, is to go for a space victory. and I see the huge amount of money we're making, if you have the whatchamacallit, money to if you have like the late game tenants for the ideology, you can use gold to purchase space parts for freedom. And we have a huge amount of gold going for us. And so, yeah, that's basically what I'm planning on doing. I'm hoping to get the tech first, and then I'm hoping to use a huge stockpile of gold to be able to build my spaceship ridiculously fast. The spaceship takes a lot of stuff, and other approaches to this getting the spaceship fast can come from order. If you go for the order ideology, you can use great people to finish spaceship parts. Oh, wait. Am I mixing them up? I don't believe I'm mixing them up. I hope I'm not mixing it up. I have to look it up now while I'm on, I'm gonna be Googling while I'm in the middle of recording. I can't be helped. Order ideology, Civ 5. Bam! Civilization 5, wiki. Freedom, order, and autocracy. Where's the list? Yes, okay. So freedom allows you may buy spaceship parts with gold. Order allows may finish spaceship parts with great engineers. A great engineer and a great scientist appear near the capital. And of course, autocracy doesn't do anything to really speed up the spaceship victory. Besides, I guess you get like a few extra science for the capital and stuff like that. But that's about it. We do have a great writer, and we're writing Washington Irving. Okay. And and yeah, we finished commerce. I decided to finish commerce before going for the whole going down the ideology, because commerce is important to us. We need money because we're going to be using that money to purchase spaceship parts. We got electricity as something we can possibly get to see aluminum in the area, and I'm considering going for it. I'm also considering going for those though as well. Chemistry and fertilizer are very, very powerful techs. They give off more yield to farms and mines in all of your territory. Also, you get to pick up all the military techs in order to get those as well. So yeah. So you can go down the route of going up that upper half of the tree and trying to get like the wonders for it. But in this game, it's important to me at least to go for whatchamacallit. What was I saying? I'm just blanking out right now. Mind work. What was I just saying? I don't remember. I'm just gonna go back to ideologies. So yeah, my eye is on the prize, and my prize is spaceship victory, and I want to purchase spaceship parts, and so I need money, so I finish commerce. That was my train of thought before, and now I'm just building stuff with workers and building the Taj Mahal for a little more happiness. We are sitting on a humongous amount of happiness now, 35 happiness. So I'm starting to think about dropping a few settlers again, possibly on the northern coast of Egypt. That seems like a very optimal place to put some cities. I don't know how long it takes till I put it there. I guess we'll see, because I don't remember. And the Forbidden Palace was built in a faraway land in Roman land. Forbidden Palace is really awesome if you are going for a diplomatic victory, but going down like the patronage tree to get the Forbidden Palace, you have to get you have to unlock patronage in order to do that in the cultural tree. And patronage is just a kind of meh trait. You can get like the adoration of all the city-states by just getting a ton of money from commerce and pouring that money into the city-states. Going commerce and patronage is like the way to like maximize uh like your Diplo game if you really wanted to go that route. But if you had to choose between one and the other, just commerce seems like the better choice. Um, I don't know. I guess the Forbidden Palace does kind of make it worth going patronage, but you have to be the one to get the wonder. You know, other people are going to be racing for that wonder, and especially on harder difficulties where it's very hard to get wonders, going patronage is just not worth it. I can see it being worth it easily on a Prince game, but I just don't think patronage is going to work out for you in the end on a deity game or something like that, or even anything past anything after Emperor. Probably, Emperor is probably where I would go patronage, and then nothing after that. Just cause, yeah, it's the only thing you can get, and the other higher difficulties you can't guarantee that you'll get the wonder, and if you can't get the Forbidden Palace from patronage, then it's kind of useless. Um, Thessalonica plus 10 food, nice. And yeah, you really want to go for something like rationalism if you are playing on a higher difficulty. Pretty much like 9 times out of 10. Something I probably want to try one day is trying to win like a cultural victory on something like deity. Um, but I would imagine that would be very, very hard. Because going aesthetics and exploration and stuff to get all that extra tourism and culture going, yeah, that'd be very, very hard. Um, we do have the Polish coming down here, settling kind of the Moldova area. You know, they've been there in the past, so in history, so I can excuse that. Um, when they were at their extent, they did own kind of that area, and yeah, got people mining and stuff, building, and we do have a road to Jerusalem, and hopefully we can keep building on the road past it to get to the Egyptians. My mind is on settling northern coast of Egypt when I start settling again. It'll take a minute to start settling because I do want to like finish like wonders and stuff like that first in my capital, but I do intend to settle the north coast of Egypt next as my next goal. But I'm not in a rush to get there. Chemistry is being researched, and that will provide +1 production to, I believe it's quarries and mines. That's a pretty big tech. Our production in pretty much every city will just shoot up, and we'll be able to that much faster start producing all of the buildings in all of the cities. And yeah, Taj Mahal again is almost done. I'm going ahead and purchasing a lot of the buildings in the capital because I realize I'm going to want to build other stuff in the capital like settlers pretty soon. And I'm not going to get around to building the buildings in the capital unless I just, purchase them. And, I have plenty of money. I could actually go around and purchase a ton of buildings in all of my cities if I wanted to. I've been holding off on that because I'm not sure what I want to use my money for at this point. And so we'll see how that goes. Of course, we're making ever so much more money. Never stop offering gold for luxuries, or luxuries for luxuries even, but more so in this case, gold for luxuries is more valuable. And of course, with excess luxuries. Elizabeth wants open borders. I really hate giving open borders to people, but I do see that she has truffles, but I don't trade for truffles. Instead, I just get money from them. Probably could have traded for the truffles with another resource, but oh well. And yeah, we got mines that we're mining, And I am moving my cataphract down there to make sure that we can get that barbarian encampment clear, but there is an issue there. We discover Mount Sinai, which gave us +1 happiness. If we were to settle Mount Sinai, you'd get like a ton of extra faith from it. Very nice natural wonder. Any like buddy wanted to play like a very faith focused game, we did get the Taj Mahal, which is even more happiness, by the way. Um, Starting on that side of the map, maybe as like Arabia or as Egypt, would be very good because you can conquer Jerusalem or settle Jerusalem if it didn't spawn as a city-state, and then you can also settle next to Mount Sinai, and so you can get a religion off the ground pretty fast. If you really wanted like faith instead of science, you know, Messenger of the Gods is always the best way to go. But if you don't want to go Messenger of the Gods, you can go Desert Folklore and get like faith from desert tiles. There aren't actually a super ton of desert tiles in Egypt itself because they let a lot of that be plains, like along the river and stuff like that. But there is a lot of desert tiles, you know, in Africa. Like as you go like deeper into basically the Sahara, and you can get a lot of bonuses from that. So, you know, settle cities that won't be useless. There are a lot of Egyptian cities because they seem to be going into whatchamacallit instead. Unfortunately, they did sell Elephantine, and I think that's just one tile too close to the Suez. In order to be able to build a city in the Suez, I'd have to burn down Elephantine. So I think I don't build the Suez Canal in this game. I could be wrong though. I could be able to build a city there, but I don't think so. I think it's one tile too close. If I remember correctly. We have been building our cities for the most part pretty far apart from each other this game. And of course, you know, those cities in Greece are pretty close to each other. I didn't really settle those, but I chose to keep those close to each other. I should take a lot of that back. A lot of my cities in the Europe land are pretty close to each other, but most of my cities in Anatolia are pretty like well spaced apart. Even to the point where we're going to have some tiles that we're not going to be working. But again, there's plenty of tiles on the map. You know, no need to go like super dense. If I really wanted to, I could settle in like one or two more cities to fill up the cracks, like right north of Nicosia. I can make basically Adana, I guess you can call it, between that and all of that. But there's no point. I'd rather be settling new areas. There's a whole north coast of Africa if I wanted to keep settling. Of course, I want to focus on Egypt in the future. They seem like a pretty easy target to attack, and at the same time, you know, they didn't settle their northern coast, so I can settle their northern coast, build up the cities a bit, and then start building up troops and conquering them. That's kind of my mindset at this point, especially having all that extra happiness. It's gonna be what I need to do all of that. And yeah, trying to, I guess, kind of recreate the Byzantine Empire in that sense. Bring it back to its extent. Not its like extent under someone like Justinian, but just its extent. You know what it was when it was the Eastern Roman Empire. And fishing, that's nice. Fishes are good. We have some whales that we can fish as well. That'll be useful. Probably should have done the fishing boats thing a lot earlier, and I could have done it a lot earlier with you know, just buying boats, but I'm getting to it now. Again, no, I'm not really fretting too much about being super efficient at every single little thing because it is a Prince game. And it was a nice, relaxing game. You know, I was having fun playing this. I played Prince A because, of course, I didn't want to like lose my first game I upload on YouTube for Civ 5. I will be bumping it up to difficulties higher than Prince pretty much every other game after this one. And then also because I just wanted a kind of relaxing game. And I guess there's nothing else to it. Public schools are being built so we can keep our edge with science. I could rush down research labs if I wanted to. I think that's what a lot of people would do next. I don't think that's what I go for next. I think I decide... I'm not 100% sure what I decide to do, actually. It's been a minute since I played this game. There's a lot of things I can do at this point. Great engineer again. Getting quite a lot of those. You know, and as you get later and later in the game, the cost for getting great engineers is going to go up more and more. So I will be getting less of those eventually. But right now, we're just raking in and using them as we get them to get all the different wonders before anyone else even just researches those wonders. So looking at Constantinople, I have Oxford University as a national wonder, and I'm considering just rushing it and just using it to get a free tech. And yeah. Probably not the most efficient use for a great engineer, but you know, we can get a pretty pricey tech by doing that. Got those guys fighting. Barbs. And the Polish have settled the coast of the Black Sea. Aluminum, we can see all of that now. And we can see how much we have, how much we already have secured. So we're already getting 9. We have 2 mines there. We have that one that's unmined. We have that one that's unmined. And we have that one that's mined. We have that one that's mined. So we can build 2 more aluminum mines. Considering the amount of aluminum that there is on the map, that's pretty good. Like, actually very good. And, of course, we have places with aluminum and places where we intend on settling in the course of northern Egypt as well. And, yeah. So we're able to build a pretty advanced army if we wanted to. There's also oil to consider, but there would be no lack of oil if we wanted to just start colonizing cities in, like, the Arabian Peninsula. There is an absolute ton of oil there in the desert. Also along the northern coast of Africa. And yeah. Running around with my horsies. Building stuff like stock exchanges. And we're sitting at like a humongous amount of happiness. Of course, now that we got chemistry, all our buildings are going to be building a lot faster in all of our cities. And looks like we have a lot of luxury resources. Like you saw we went there, we had like 3 copper. So we could be going through and making deals to sell them like more proactively. But a lot of the stuff I just like to let the AI ask for it. If I really needed money, I would do it, but I think at this point I'm going to have plenty of money to do what I want. Like, right now I'm upgrading my units, and later on I'll be able to pretty easily get, like, the pretty much everything I want with money, with city-states. That's what I was thinking, city-states that are around me. Of course, one hindrance to me getting city-states on my side and getting a diplomatic victory is going to be the fact that I didn't explore to see all of the city-states. You know, it's very hard to find all the city-states. If I wanted to really focus down the Diplo victory, I would have had to, like, start exploring really early on in the game with, like, a couple horsemen to try to find all the city-states. So, yeah, it's not going to happen. But I can go ahead and secure the votes of the city-states that are around me. You know, I have, like, a good, at least 6 I see on the mini-map just surrounding my kind of little place that I'm in. So, yeah. The Carthaginians and the Romans are at war, 1620 AD. Um, a couple hundred years, a couple thousand years too late. I mean, uh, but yeah, they're going at it, and yeah, Carthage would be a really fun game to play on this map. But I just feel like they're kind of just too far on the edge for there to be like a lot of like. No, it's. I'm torn. I think it could be really fun and it could not re like it. I gotta play a game as Carthage, honestly. Um, and I don't know if I do it on this map or if I would do it on a different map. I don't think I'll do it if I. You know what? I don't think I'll be doing it on this map because I do want to play all of the Gods and Kings factions on this channel eventually, and I don't really want to do repeat maps. This will probably be the one time I play this map on this channel. Maybe I'll bring it back one more time because it is my favorite European map. It's so good. But probably not for the Carthaginians. If I do, I'll probably bring it back for someone else. Because I do have a civ in mind that I'd like to play this map on. And yeah, we've got our next tenant we can get. I'm considering getting the free maintenance guys. I'm not considering getting the free maintenance guys right now, just because I'm not really planning on going to war anytime soon. The minus unhappiness kind of works pretty well for me, just because of my plans to start colonizing and stuff. You can see I still haven't queued up the settlers to do that yet, but that's coming soon. That's coming soon. Right now, I'm just, exploring with my cataphract, seeing where the Egyptians did settle. It's kind of weird that they didn't settle along the coast there, but they did go north. And I've never really seen them settle like this before. It's kind of weird. But, hey, to each their own. And, yeah, got a barbarian down there with the Egyptians. We will have to start dealing with a lot more barbarians probably if we're to conquer that area. But, nothing keeping us from just keeping most of our troops down there when we do build them. And we can build a ton more troops, of course. We have the maintenance for it. But anyways, like, comment, favorite, subscribe if you guys want to see more, because we are getting about the end of this episode. And you guys have a good one. God bless. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you guys want to see more. Always interested in your feedback down in the comment section. You guys have a good one. God bless.